Hello everyone, I am Ravi and I'm back with my next lecture from my YouTube channel Ravi Sir Biology. In my previous session, I had discussed about sexual reproduction in flowering plants where we discussed the first part of this sexual reproduction. As I told you, there are three steps, three events in the sexual reproduction in flowering plants. The first step is pre-fertilization, second is fertilization, and third is post-fertilization. The very first topic it was started, and in that step we discussed about the male reproductive system, and today we will talk about the female reproductive organs in the flowering plants. So this was the topic what we have studied in last lecture. Now we have to start about female reproductive organ. The female reproductive organ in a hibiscus flower, I had taken an example. Let me show you once again. If we draw a flower, this is a bisexual flower in which both the sex organs are present, and in the center of this structure a very cylindrical long structure is present like this. This was called female reproductive system, and over which some structures were looking like this. This was called male reproductive organ, that is stamen. So here we have to talk about the structure of female reproductive organ in the flowering plant. So I'm just wiping the male reproductive part, that is called stamen. So I'm removing just. So I have removed it. I have removed the male reproductive part, and the female reproductive part is there in front of you, right? If we elaborate it, we will see the structure like this. And there are three parts, basically three parts are there in this female reproductive part, which is called pistil. This is a pistil, or this is also called carpel. So this pistil is made up of stigma. The cylindrical structure is called style, and the broader structure at the base of the flower is called ovary. So these are the three parts of a pistil or carpel. This structure, pistil, megasporangium is nothing but it is present inside the ovary. Let me show you. The ovary is present inside the ovule in which the female gametes are present. It may be 1, 2, more in number. So we will discuss about it later. In this structure, in this complete pistil structure, we have to study according to NCERT a structure of pistil, the complete one, megasporangium, which is called an ovule. This is ovule. So we have to study about ovule, embryo sac, and the gamete present inside the ovule. Here we have to discuss about that only. So let us start with the coming topic of female reproductive organ in the flowering plants. This is pistil, or this is also called carpel. When the number of carpel is 1 in a flower, it is called monocarpellary. And the example is mango, coconut. These are the example of monocarpellary flower. Remember it, there will be a question, there may be a question. Write an example of monocarpellary flower and we will write the example of mango and coconut. Multicarpellary means more than one carpel is there, it is called multicarpellary. So this is two types. When multiple means many number of carpels are present, and when they are fused, too many carpels and they are fused is called syncarpus. And when so many numbers are there of carpel but they are free from each other is called apocarpus. So apocarpus is free one, carpellaries are more than one and free. carpelliaries are more than one and they are fused. These are the two types. So when carpellary is fused, is called syncarpus, and examples are mustard, hibiscus, you would be knowing about it, and apocarpus, when so many carpels are there and they are free from each other, like rose, lotus. These are the two common examples of this. So these are the two different types of carpels present in the flowers. So we will discuss about structure of megasporangium now. So we have to draw a diagram of megasporangium, and after this we will talk about the further topics into it. So we need to draw a structure something like this. And inside it, the embryo sac is present. This is a structure of megasporangium, which is also called an ovule. This ovule is made up of outer integument. This is outer integument. This is inner integument. This is nucellus, and inside it a 7-celled structure is there which has 8 nuclei, is called an embryo sac. This end is called, this pore is called micropyle, and therefore the end is called micropylar end, and this is chalagal end. So this is a structure of ovule, a common structure of an ovule we are discussing now, which is present, which lies inside the ovary, right? So this is the complete structure. This is the funicle over which it is get connected with the plant part. Now we will discuss about the structure present inside it, which is called embryo sac. So let me draw the diagram of this embryo sac. A bigger cell and two bigger cells here, and just behind it one more cell is there. Its nucleus is this. This is the nucleus of these two cells, and 3 cells are simultaneously found in a row. It is found here, and in the center of the diagram 2 nuclei are there. Nucleus is singular and nuclei is plural of nucleus. So these 2 nuclei are there inside it. What are those cells? These cells are called, these 3 are called antipodals. These cells are antipodals. These 2 cells what I have drawn in green color, they are not actually in green color. I have just differentiating it with the different color of markers. These are called synergids. And it has several finger-like projections into it. Finger-like projections, which is called filiform apparatus. What is the use of this? I will let you know, because this is a question of board examination. filiform apparatus. And a cell just behind it, a sort of the cell can be seen, the small part of the cell can be seen. This is called egg cell. And two nuclei are there in just center of this bigger cell, and these nuclei are called polar nuclei. And this is a central cell. So this, including this will be called. So let us count the number of cells present in this structure, which is called an embryo sac. This is an embryo sac, right? Number of cells are present in antipodals, 1, 2, 3. So there will be 3 cells. Here I am writing in bracket. 3 antipodal cells are there. At the base, 2 green color synergids are there. So I have made it in the bracket, and 1 egg cell is there. So how many, and the bigger one itself, the central cell. So the bigger one, 1, these 2, 3, 4, and 3, 7. Total number of cells are 7. So this structure is called 7-celled. And let us count the number of nuclei present in them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is why this structure is called 7-celled 8-nucleate structure. 7-cell 8-nucleate structure. And there will be a board examination question that what is 7-celled structure, 7-celled 8-nucleate structure. So we will write directly, the embryo sac is called 7-celled 8-nucleate structure because embryo sac has 3 antipodal cells, 1 egg cell, 2 synergids, and 1 bigger cell itself. So there will be 7 cells total. Each and every cell has 1 nucleus, and in the center of 2 nuclei are there. Therefore, there will be 8 nuclei in the single structure. So this is all about the female reproductive part and its structure. I'm just recalling it for the convenience of Hindi students. I'm going to explain it in Hindi. I just told you सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स में 3 इवेंट से होते हैं. फर्स्ट इवेंट है प्री फर्टिलाइजेशन, जिसमें प्रिपरेशन होता है. दूसरा को कहते हैं फर्टिलाइजेशन, जिसमें फर्टिलाइजेशन होगा. और पोस्ट फर्टिलाइजेशन, उसके बाद क्या क्या चेंजेस होते हैं और क्या क्या फॉर्मेशन होता है वो पढ़ेंगे हम पोस्ट फर्टिलाइजेशन में. फर्स्ट प्री फर्टिलाइजेशन हम लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया था, और प्री फर्टिलाइजेशन में मैंने फर्स्ट में मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन को एक्सप्लेन कर दिया था. सेकेंड लेक्चर आज का था मेरा फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन. इस फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन में ये पिस्टल, मेगास्पोरेंजियम और एम्ब्रियो सैक का स्टडी हमें करना है. मैंने बताया कि ये जो पिस्टल होता है ये 2 तरह के होते हैं, या तो वो एक होंगे या एक से ज्यादा होंगे. जब वो एक होंगे तो दिस इज कॉल्ड मोनोकार्पेलरी, और एग्जांपल होंगे उसके मैंगोज एंड कोकोनट्स. जब कार्पेल का नंबर 1 से ज्यादा होगा तो वो होगा मल्टीकार्पेलरी, और उसी को मल्टीकार्पेलरी को ही 2 पार्ट में और डिवाइड किया गया. जब वो बहुत ज्यादा हो, 1 से ज्यादा हो और फ्यूज हो, मींस सभी के सभी अटैच्ड हो एक दूसरे से, और दूसरा ढेर सारे हो, 1 से ज्यादा हो लेकिन वो फ्री हो, तो जब फ्यूज होंगे उसको कहेंगे सिनकार्पस. और उसका एग्जांपल है मस्टर्ड, हिबिस्कस इज अ गुड एग्जांपल ऑफ दिस. और एपोकार्पस, एपोकार्पस का मतलब कि वो ढेर सारे कार्पेल्स हैं और वो सभी एक दूसरे से अलग अलग हैं, फ्री हैं, अटैच्ड नहीं हैं, एंड दिस इज कॉल्ड एपोकार्पस. एग्जांपल्स आर रोज, लोटस, द बेस्ट 2 फ्लावर्स व्हाट वी लाइक मोस्ट. सो दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर, दिस इज अ पार्ट. ये पार्ट हो गया ये पिस्टल टाइप का. अब हम बता रहे थे मेगास्पोरेंजियम का स्ट्रक्चर. मेगास्पोरेंजियम इज आल्सो कॉल्ड ओव्यूल, इसको ओव्यूल कहते हैं, और ये ओव्यूल का ये स्ट्रक्चर होता है. इसका स्ट्रक्चर बार बार हमें बनाना है, इसको भूलना नहीं है, और बनाने का तरीका बहुत ही आसान है, जैसा कि मैंने बनाया है. आप ट्राई करेंगे इजीली बना भी पाएंगे. तो ये स्ट्रक्चर है. इस स्ट्रक्चर में सबसे बाहर का जो मेम्ब्रेन है उसको आउटर इंटेगुमेंट कहते हैं, सेकेंड को इनर इंटेगुमेंट, उसके बाद न्यूसिलस होता है, और फिर इसके अंदर ये स्ट्रक्चर्स होते हैं एम्ब्रियो सैक के. ये एम्ब्रियो सैक है. नाउ वी आर गोइंग थ्रू द एम्ब्रियो सैक. फ्यूनिकल से ये अटैच्ड होता है, ये फ्यूनिकल है. दिस इज एम्ब्रियो सैक. एम्ब्रियो सैक को 7 सेल्ड 8 न्यूक्लिएट स्ट्रक्चर कहते हैं. देयर इज अ सर्टेन रीजन दिस इज कॉल्ड 7 सेल्ड 8 न्यूक्लिएट स्ट्रक्चर. स्टूडेंट्स लिसन टू मी केयरफुली. ये जो सेल है ना, इसको, ये स्ट्रक्चर जो है जिसको एम्ब्रियो सैक मैंने कहा है, इसको 7 सेल्ड 8 न्यूक्लिएट स्ट्रक्चर कहते हैं. एंड देयर इज अ सर्टेन रीजन. एक रीजन है जिससे 7 सेल्ड 8 न्यूक्लिएट स्ट्रक्चर कहते हैं, और वो रीजन ये है कि ये जो एम्ब्रियो सैक है उसमें 3 एंटीपोडल्स होते हैं. तो एंटीपोडल्स के सेल्स कितने हो गए? 3 हो गए. एक होता है एग सेल, तो ये हो गया एग सेल. 2 सेल्स होते हैं सिनर्जीड्स में, तो ये हो गए 2 सेल्स. और ये खुद एक बड़ा वाला, तो ये हो गया टोटल 1 3 4 to 6 and 7. टोटल नंबर ऑफ these cells present into it will be 7 cells. तो क्वेश्चन अगर आता है कि एम्ब्रियो सैक में कितने सेल्स होते हैं, आंसर विल बी वेरी वेरी इजी, दैट विल बी 7. नंबर काउंट करा देंगे, नंबर नेम ऑफ सेल्स भी बता देंगे. अब नेक्स्ट है 8 न्यूक्लिएट. 8 न्यूक्लियस को कहते हैं. तो एंटीपोडल्स 3 सेल, तो इसके पास 3 न्यूक्लियाई हो गए. एंटीपोडल्स 3 हैं, तो 3 न्यूक्लियाई हो गए. एक एग सेल है, तो एक एग सेल का न्यूक्लियस हो गया. 2 सिनर्जीड्स हैं, तो 2 न्यूक्लियाई ये हो गए, और 2 न्यूक्लियाई ये बड़े वाले सेंट्रल सेल के लिए. तो टोटल हो गए 8 न्यूक्लियाई, सॉरी. So there will be 8 nuclei, and therefore it is called 7-celled 8 nucleate structure. So this is what we have studied about female reproductive organ. Now we will talk about the next event of this sexual reproduction in flowering plants, fertilization, in the next video. Thank you.